feel like that one?
Yeah, it was the first kind of time that we've had these double game weekends, and probably, it was nice to have the extra day from Thursday into a Sunday game. Yeah, we look pretty fresh today, and I think that's been important about these double game weekends, about just how much you can freshen up, and thought there was a good excitement about this game from the group when we practiced yesterday, and yeah, we just had some keys to just lock in and show our identity defensively, and I thought for most of the game did a pretty good job, obviously limiting how well they've been shooting the 3-ball and how well they shot it coming in here last time, and so just to have a really good focus on that and how our coverages and what we needed to do there, and then obviously Edwards has been playing at a pretty elite level, and again Flynn Cameron had a weekend of Harvey and Edwards, and really performed a great defensive job over the weekend.
Good to see some of the younger guys get a few minutes tonight and rest some of the key players on the back of that game against the Hawks just on Thursday. Are you happy with a result like that, to be able to do something like that in the game?
Yeah, for sure. And our guys are about winning, and checked with CG, and I didn't even ask Whitey, but they were more than happy to see those guys go in there, and see everyone get a bucket, and Tom Coppins get his first bucket of his NBL career is something to celebrate, and Foxy's starting to look really comfortable. Ketchalia, Bloggy comes in and hit one, so yeah, I thought those guys are just really handling themselves well, and some good extended minutes for him tonight.
Just on Flynn Cameron again, he's really stepped up the last couple of games for you. What does his role kind of look like now that once Illy comes back in and Delhi was injured against the Hawks? What does his role look like now for the rest of the season? Yeah,
I don't know. If he just keeps playing at an elite level, hopefully, he's kind of stepped into that role to say, well, we know what Shea and Delhi can do on elite scorers, and now to have another guy with a couple of big assignments, and for him to get a big green tick on on both of those assignments, to say maybe there's times that we can put Shea on a point guard and that kind of line up, and have Flynn guard the 2 guard and do some different things. So I think anytime someone just builds that kind of confidence in you, you got opportunities to do some different things defensively. So big props to him in what he did this weekend.
Jack, 4 of 4 from 3 from you tonight. You must be really pleased with that performance in only 20 minutes for you.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun. I was just happy. As a collective, we knew this was going to be a big game. Especially after how they played against us last time. Obviously, I said it post-game on the call, but they're dealing with a few injuries of their own. But, any team's dangerous, and, we got to respect all the guys that are out on the floor. Like, they still have a lot of guys that can fill it up and shoot the ball at a really high level as well. So it was a big emphasis for us to run them off the 3, and for them to end up with 5 threes. That was a goal of ours, to keep them under 8. So I was glad we were able to get that done. But yeah, ball felt good coming out of the hand, and guys found me in some nice spots. So just tried to finish plays, which was something I've been trying to do, through the season so far.
Jack, at half time, you still, you spoke to the TV, and you weren't overly excited, enthused, even though you're up by 24. You still feel as though you had a job to do, didn't you, as a team?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it goes back to, these guys they can get hot at any minute, and coming off the back of me missing 2 free throws and them hitting the 3/4 court shot is frustrating, to say the least. But
didn't count.
No, well, still, the way he looked at me made me feel like it was the end of the world. But no, there's 2 halves to a game of basketball, and we know how these guys can play, whether they have certain guys in or out. So it's just a matter of continuing to put our foot down and make a point. That after we've had some good wins, we've sort of had some disappointing losses, and we didn't want that to occur again today. So yeah, I was definitely happy with how we came out again in the second half and sort of set the tone once again. So yeah, really proud of the whole group, and especially the bench and the young guys who carried that throughout the whole game. Was really great.
Dean, you spoke about earlier about the back-to-back games. The last year was a real issue for you all, and I think you lost a fair few.
Yeah, no, we only lost 8 games last year. It's obviously there's a positive and a negative to it, right? Like we've, been elite for the last couple of years, and just not losing back-to-back games. But we want to continue to say, what is the desperation of the back-to-back game that we have, and the lock-in and the intent that we play with. Can we continue to do that? Not just after a loss. Can we put that into every performance? And so, we're going to dig into that a little bit more and continue to try and find that desperation in every time we play.
And can you talk about Flynn's influence tonight? Obviously, he's a bit of a point of difference, is he, in comparison to Shane Daly?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's I know there's some point guard in him, but I think he's this true combo guard that is really important to this league. That if they deny one of those 2 point guards, that he's creative enough and ball handling's good enough to go get us into offense and do that. But my feel is that he's just a true scorer, and he has a great scoring feel, and now you add the defense to that, and becomes a really elite player.
Can you just talk about Kyle Barn a little bit? Obviously, an unsung sort of hero, I guess. Doesn't normally score that many points, but was really influential today, and just forced a lot of turnovers as well, especially early, to really get a run on.
Yeah, we really highlighted him, a few games ago. Just, the efficiency he's playing with, and all know you don't dig into offensive ratings of individual players too much, but his is just extraordinary. And so there's so many little things that he does right now. He's like always in the right spot. So you see their aggressive defense. Robbie makes a catch. Kyle's right there at the rim in a perfect spot. And then he's worked so hard on his 3-ball that everybody on our group has got confidence for him to just go ahead and knock in his 3-ball. Such an improved shooter, and I think we'll see that throughout the year. But he's got a big tank, and the minutes that he played tonight, he's capable of playing. And so, moving Whitey to play a little bit more 3-spot as well opens up some opportunities for Cole to help us a bit more.
Getting, I think, 32 rebounds from the last 2 games from Jack must be so valuable for the team.
Yeah, as a group, it's we want to be the best defensive rebounding team in the league, and our percentage right now is climbing, and he's a massive part of it. In the way he's able to protect the rim, but also just go clean up boards, and then it can ignite our break. And does he push it out himself, or does he find that quick outlet? And we want to try and run off those as much as we can. But the intent to just go get extra boards. I thought the Wollongong game, just the ones he come up with, boards as well, were massive.
Quick turnaround Thursday against Sydney Kings. How do you prepare for a team like that, who's such a stacked team as well?
Yeah, staying in front of people is one of the challenges with them, the way they space the floor and have elite downhill players to get to the rim. And so individual defense, as much as our team defense is going to have to be absolutely on point. Obviously missing their point guard as well, like a lot of teams in the league are at the moment. But we'll see their injury status. But Gorge coming back to Melbourne is going to have that group pretty fired up, and it'll be a hell of a game.
How did Daly pull up?
Yeah, great. Probably could have put some more minutes into him, but we didn't need to. I thought he moved really well. I thought he was sharp, and just to get that game into him and getting ready for the Kings, and now get a full week into him, he'll go in 100%.
CG as well. How's he feeling? Obviously, the last few games he's just had some sort of niggles and he was a little sore towards the back end, but you could rest him obviously.
Yeah, I thought he had, plus 36 in 17 minutes tonight. So I thought he impacted the game, and I liked, early it was just like, just get him flying off screens and get him aggressive, and let some of these guys just really screen for him and put him in that good mindset to start the game. And so, he looked super confident tonight, and playing at an elite level.
John. Dan, you just touched on CG. How's he sort of reacted to the commentary about him in the last week, in particular, I guess, from Justin Tatum on Friday night? We saw a clinical performance through this afternoon, but how's it been for him, I guess, off the court?
I think you see his reaction in the last 2 games. to whatever people have said. You know, he just let his game talk. And you know, he knows that the only comments that matter are the ones that are made internally in our locker room, and all the rest of it is just noise, and that's how he's treated it.
What have you made of the sort of the accusations, I guess, that have sort of come in the last week?
Severe. You know, I'm always going to back my play. If someone has a go at him, I'm not going to stand for that. But yeah, you know, I'm not going to call out any other player in the league, but, you know, when you're a two-guard in this league and people are holding you and you got to try and get open and, you know, being tagged like you are in that position, you know, some contact, you're going to make sure the referees know about it. And so, you know, it's been happening his whole career, and he keeps fighting through it and finds ways to get open, and we keep adjusting to try and help him get open, and that's what we'll keep doing.
I think teams are trying to target him in that area.
I think, you know, Edwards tonight, we make it hard for him. Tyler Harvey, we make it hard for him. Every team is going to make it hard for elite scorers, and so nothing new. Just got to make sure, you know, as a group, you can. Now, one single guy can get taken out of a game if you don't help him, and that's where, you know, we've got elite screeners. We've got guys that just want to go and free him up and get him open, and if we keep doing that, we'll be all right.